Hello friends, welcome back to the second lecture of the web development using ChatGPT and Ruby on Rails course. In this lecture, we will be developing a new Rails project, but before that, let's understand how ChatGPT works. Firstly, I expect that you have already created your account on ChatGPT. If you haven't done so yet, please create one now. Okay, so to do this, you need to simply visit the official ChatGPT site and proceed with creating your account. Okay, you can use Google account for signing in if you prefer. Okay, so for example, when you go to the chat gpt's official site, you will see something like that for create your account or login. Okay, and once you are on the chat gpt official site and you see this login and sign up button, and if you for example click on the sign up button, okay, then it will take you to a new form or redirect you to a new form where you will see the sign up page, and here you can choose any of the preferred method. Either you can provide your email manually and you can then choose your password, or you can use existing Google, Microsoft or Apple account to get signed into the chat gpt. Okay, so choose your preferred option and create your account accordingly. Okay, I hope you will complete this account creation task at your end. Okay, so after this you are ready to use chat gpt. Now, before creating a Rails application using ChatGPT, let's briefly understand what Ruby on Rails is and why it makes a web development so easy with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, so after logging into the ChatGPT, you will see an input box. Okay, so type the following question or the question I'm showing you into the this message box or this input box. So what you can type here, that what is Ruby on Rails? What is Ruby on Rails? Okay, and what are the advantages of web development using Ruby on Rails? What are the advantages of web development using Ruby on Rails? Okay, as soon as you submit this question onto the chat gpt, it will generate a detailed response almost like a blog post. Okay, and it explains the answer to your question. Okay, so here you can see that is still generating the answer. So let's complete this response generation first, and then we will go through the response. Okay, so here you can see that what it has answered, that what is Ruby on Rails. So Ruby on Rails, often simply called Rails, it is a popular open source web application and so on, and you can see the advantages of Ruby on Rails for web development as well. Okay, so go through this response in detail and read it carefully at your end. This question we asked here is called a prompt. Okay, and ChatGPT will perform any task we ask by generating responses based upon these prompts. Okay, so take some time to read this answer generated for this question. Now the next basic but very crucial thing is that we need to know before creating a Rails application is the directory structure of a Rails application and the purpose of each directory. Okay, so what we can do, that we can ask to the chat gpt that please explain the directory structure of a Rails application. So here you can see, please explain directory structure of a Rails application. Okay, and when you prompt this question, you will see a detailed answer about like what each directory in a Rails application is stands for and what is the use of the directory. So here you can see that there is the app directory, bin directory, config directory, db directory, lib, log, public, storage, test, and so on. Okay, so these are the basic directories that comes when you generate your new Rails application. Okay, and here you can see that that is very minimal details here. If you want uh, that ChatGPT should respond in more detailed way, then you can prompt the question again that please give me more detailed answer for the above question. Okay, and when you prompt this question, it will create a more detailed answer for each directory and each subdirectory of a directory. Okay, and here you can see that how it is generating, and you must make sure that you are going through all these responses for based upon your question, whatever the chat written by the chat gpt, and then you will get to know that how important using chat gpt for a web development. Okay, and it will give you the detailed answer of whatever you are prompting to the chat gpt, or whatever you are asking from it. Okay, or whatever you are saying it to do. However, I just want to tell you that I am skipping this detailed answer reading for now, but please take the time to read it. You can pause the video if needed, but make sure to go through these generated responses. Okay, so I hope you now understand the power of ChatGPT up to this point. Now, let's discuss the project we are going to build. So, as I mentioned in the introduction video, we are going to create an application for user management where we will create employees and we will create some user authentication process using device, and we will allow to perform CRUD operations, and later we will develop features for importing exporting data, writing rspec test coverage, and we will also see how we can do open api implementation using rails and swagger. Okay, so most of the project work, around 90%, we will done using ChatGPT. However, let me tell you that whether you enjoy learning Rails from this course or not, you will definitely enjoy learning how to prompt on the ChatGPT. Okay, so enough talking. Let's generate a new project. Okay, so first, what we need to do, that we need to ask one question to the ChatGPT that can be like. Please give me the command to create a new Rails 7 application with the name username user management with gpt. So let's ask this question to the gpt. Please give me a command to generate a new rails application with name as user management with gpt. Okay, and when you submit this question, chat gpt will give a command like rails new user management and then gem install rails and so on. However, I hope you already have installed the ruby and rails and the necessary dependencies like postgres and all that in your system. Okay, so you can use those command. Okay, so here you can see rails new user management, so it given you a command to generate the new rails application. Okay, so what we can do, we can just copy this command. Okay, and go to the terminal or open the terminal window. Okay, and then go to the preferred directory, let's say cd projects, and here you can create another directory mkdir gpt tutorials. Okay, and then cd gpt tutorials, and here you can run this command. Okay, so rails new user management, and as soon as you submit the command or you press the enter after typing this command, you can see on the screen that it is creating a new rails application. So the application creation has been done successfully. So now what you need to do, that just switch into this project. So cd user management. Okay, and now what you can do, just run the bundle install first. Okay, bundle install, this is the usual process. Okay, and you should know it without, even without using gpt as well. Okay, and now you can run the rails server. Okay, and when you run the rails server, now what you need to do, that you just need to go to the browser and open your application on the localhost 3000. Okay, and here you can see that we are seeing the default welcome page of a rails 7 application. Okay, and now come back to the gpt screen, and here you can see that these are the details that how a rails new command work. Here you can see. Okay, and now if you wish, you can see that what is the bundle install. What is the bundle install? So if you run this prompt, you will see that what it is saying about the bundle install. So you can see that it is a command used in ruby on rails and so on. Okay, so it is showing you that what bundle install does. Okay, and now if you wish, you can find like what is the gem log file and gem file. So here you can see that what is the difference between gem file and gem file.log. Okay, and if you wish, you can get the difference between both the gem file and gemfile.log, because whenever you generate a Rails application, you will get both the files. Okay, and but what is the purpose of both the files? You must know from GPT. Okay, so here I show you that how you can prompt your queries to the chat gpt and it will raise to you, it will give response to you. Okay, and here you can see that it is showing the difference between gemfile and gemfile.log. Okay, so these are just examples of using chat gpt to create a rails application. Okay, and that's all for this lecture. Now in the next lecture, what we will do, that we will create, here you can see that right now what we have a default rails 7 application page, and in the next lecture we will create our own root page for this application. So we need to create a custom controller and an action, and we need to map a root, custom root route in our application, and we will do this using chat gpt. So we will enhance our prompting uh, to do that. Okay, so thanks for watching this, and let's meet into the next lecture.